What's up guys, my name's Brandon, and I've been recently switching up my wallpapers quite a bit, and in pretty much every single one of my videos now, somebody asked me for a link to my wallpaper or where I got it from, so I figured instead of just constantly answering those questions, I would just make a whole video on the best applications and the best websites that I personally use for getting some pretty awesome wallpapers for my iPhone 11 Pro, my iPhone 10R, pretty much any iPhone. These applications will support, and you'll be able to get some really awesome wallpapers to spice up your device. So let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. And the first one is called Vellum. So Vellum is probably the application I've used most over the years in terms of wallpapers. I've been using this for probably at least 2 years now to get wallpapers. And you can see here, right when you open up the application, it's very nicely laid out. We have daily wallpaper, so it's a new wallpaper every single day right there, which is nice. We have the best of 2019, and you just have a bunch of different sets of wallpaper. So if we go into this one right here, you can see this is the layout. It gives you kind of a description of, that pack as well, that wallpaper pack right there and the source for it. And you can see all of these wallpapers right here. So say we want to just have, I'll just go to this one right here. So it gives you a little tutorial there as well if you have not opened the app before. But basically you have 3 buttons down here. So you have the middle button, which looks like the camera shutter button, and that is how you save the picture to your camera roll. Once you give it access, it downloads it immediately and it's in your camera roll just like that. Now you also get the option here to blur, and if you tap on that, you can see you could set a certain amount of blur. So basically if you wanted to have like this on your lock screen, but you want it to be blurred so it's not as distracting on the home screen, you can do that just like so, which is really handy. And then you also have the preview right here on the right hand side. If you tap on that, it will show you exactly what it will look like on the lock screen. Tap it again to show the home screen, and it will show you exactly what it will look like on your specific home screen, which is really nice, very handy. There have been numerous times where I thought I liked the wallpaper and then I previewed it and put it on my home screen. I was like, I don't like that at all. So it's definitely a nice feature there as well. Just press that to go back, and they just have a great selection of wallpapers in here. So really, no matter what type of wallpapers you like space or minimalistic or abstract paint, whatever it is, there's pretty much going to be a wallpaper pack for you in here. And it's very easy. Once again, to just download it just like so, and then you can go ahead and change your wallpaper very easily. So Vellum, definitely my favorite wallpaper app of all time for the iPhone. I use it all the time when I'm looking for a new wallpaper. Next up is an app called Clarity, and this is a very interesting one. So Clarity has a lot of wallpapers in here as well. They have a lot of different sections. You can see it's kind of categorized up top by the different sections. I like to go to the free section just because they do have a subscription model here, which I believe is $10 per year. So I like to go to the free here just because there are a ton of free ways to get wallpapers, but you can do the pro if you want. But you can see here, these are different categories, and you'll notice that there's a wide variety, a big difference, I guess you could say, between Clarity and Vellum in terms of the type of wallpapers that are included. So you can see, stuff like bear and bunny, you would never find that really inside of Vellum. So it's a nice, change from different applications. So let's just go to something like Forbidden City right here. And you can see there's even a link to the photographer right there as well. And so let's just go to like this image right here. So you can see a few different settings here. So we have the export, we have the download, we have the bookmark. Then up here, we have a little wand, which is your edit button. So if you go ahead and tap on that, you can see you can add text, you can add frame, and you can add blur just like so. So if you go ahead and tap on something like frame, you can see you get a full-fledged editor inside of this application, which is really cool. And you can see kind of the background blur there as well, which is really nice. You can kind of just frame it up wherever you want to. And this can give you a really nice minimalistic look on your device. But you can see you can change the different styles of the frame there, which is pretty cool and definitely going to give your device a really unique look. And of course, if you want to download it, just tap download, and it downloads right away to your camera roll. Once again, you can blur if you go ahead and tap on this and go to blur. Makes it very easy to blur as well, just like so. But you can see there's a wide variety of different wallpapers here. You can also search if you want to as well. There is also a daily wallpaper section here as well. So you can see a bunch of the daily wallpapers that are new for every single day, which is really nice. That way you're, not seeing the same wallpapers over and over again. Clarity is probably my second favorite wallpaper app right behind Vellum. So the next one is called Wallcraft. So what's cool about Wallcraft is that right once you open it up, it detects what device you have, and it basically says that all wallpapers are adapted to your screen. So you don't have to worry about downloading like a bigger or a smaller wallpaper. It automatically detects your device, and then you can go ahead and click on Get Started, and it automatically opens up the app knowing what device you have, making sure every wallpaper is optimized for your specific device. So you can see here, these are a lot more I don't know what to call it. It's a little bit different from the other two applications. Like I said, I'm trying to give you guys a variety and some diversity in the types of wallpapers, and pretty much all these applications have their own kind of unique style. I mean, they have a lot of wallpapers, and you probably will find some of the same on some of the applications, but really they're all pretty different. They have a lot of different types of wallpaper. So it just depends on what you like. So if you're into like wolves or something like that, you can click on this one. You can see the interface right here. So down at the bottom, you have a star. If you wanted to save it, you could download really quickly by just tapping on that. You can actually choose your size in this application, which you can't in the others. So you can do a portrait or a landscape or just the original. I usually like to do just the original size. And then you do have a preview button down here in the bottom right. If you tap on that, it shows you a preview on the lock screen. And then you can go from wallpaper to wallpaper by just swiping over like this if you just wanted to see a bunch of different ones in the full screen view. So a lot of cool ones in here as well. You can see they are categorized up there as well by rating, exclusive, double. And if you tap on this right here, you can see a lot of the different options in there as well. I have used this application. I just downloaded it, at the end of last year in 2019. So I don't have a ton of experience with it, but they do have definitely a lot of different, more unique wallpapers than some of the others. And you can see here, there are also some locks here as well. So I guess there are some, in-app purchases as well. So you can see they're $9 a year, no ads, exclusive wallpapers, double wallpapers, things like that. So just another thing to consider. But anyways, moving on to the next application, that's going to be Walle. So Walle is another one that a lot of people have probably heard about. It's very similar to something like Reddit maybe. So if we go ahead in here, you will see that it's very much categorized like something like Reddit, where it has like a voting system. So you can see here, we have recent, popular, and featured. If we go to popular right here, it's going to know popular by the amount of likes. So really nice. Obviously most people are going to go to popular and find some of the more popular ones, but I like to go to recent and just kind of find some of the new ones. You will find a lot of duds in here just because a lot of people upload these, and you can see like their picture of the people that upload these wallpapers. But it's kind of cool to see some of the more low-key ones, the ones that aren't as popular and that everybody's downloading, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of good wallpapers on here though. Once again, these ones are a little bit less abstract and a little bit more, I'm not sure how I could describe it, a little bit more like real life, like nature and things like that. So this is definitely a great application for that, but you will find a good variety on here as well. You can also search up there in the top right. Up in the top left, we do have our menu here. You can create your profile and things like that. But if you go to one of these wallpapers right here, you can see it's very easy. Just tap on download. You will have to agree to that. And then you could choose rectangle or square right here. You just tap on square, you could do that. So this app definitely is not as minimalistic and as simple as something like a Vellum or a Clarity, but you can see there you do have kind of a splash screen. You have to kind of go back, which is kind of annoying, but it is cool that you get credit, that you can see the credit, I guess, of who actually made the wallpaper, the photographer and things like that. If you tap on them, you can see all of theirs as well, which is pretty cool. Pretty much its own like social media, so social network for wallpaper creators and just wallpapers in general. So Walle, another great application for getting wallpapers. The next app is called Unsplash. Now Unsplash is probably one of the most popular applications out there, one of the most popular websites really for free photos. So basically you could search right here if you want to, but I like to just go to the wallpaper section right here and then go to iPhone wallpapers. This is where you can find a lot of really cool wallpapers for the iPhone. So you can see here, it's a lot of cool things. This one would probably look good if it was blurred. Unfortunately, you cannot blur inside of this application like you can in a lot of the others. So you will have to do that manually with a third-party application or with Photoshop or something like that. But what I like about this application is that if you press this little eye down here in the bottom left, it actually shows you a lot of details about that photo, what it was shot with, the focal length, the shutter speed, the aperture, and things like that. So it gives you a lot of cool details if you're into photography about the photo that was shot, which I really like. I think it's really cool. A lot of times I go on here just to look at pictures, not even to download wallpapers, just to look at the pictures and how they shot it. But it's really cool to see stuff like that. And you could just go ahead and download it just by tapping on that. Then it downloads and saves straight to your camera roll. Once again, you can't blur, which is kind of unfortunate, but there is a nice, huge selection on Unsplash. And the final one is not an application, but it's actually a subreddit inside of Reddit. So this one is called iPhone Wallpaper. So if you just go to Reddit and go to iPhone Wallpapers, you will see this right here. And there are a lot of wallpapers always posted in here constantly every single day. And there's a lot of unique ones in here. There's a lot of ones that I have not seen on any other website. And of course, it's nice because the people that post them usually leave a link to the full size download in the comments. If you go to the comments right here, usually they will leave a link if the actual picture doesn't link anywhere and it's not in full res. So pretty good spot. There's also another one just called Wallpapers. So if you just go to r/wallpapers, you will find quite a bit of wallpapers, and these are not specific to iPhone. So you'll see a lot of like laptop and MacBook or iMac wallpapers, but you will find a lot of wallpapers in here for iPhone and iPad as well. So this is just another source, another resource for you to use if you are looking for wallpapers. And once again, that's not as streamlined, it's not as easy to do just because you will have to click on a link and download it, and there's no blur or anything like that. But I just wanted to share this as well because this is another place where I've gotten wallpapers from in the past. And as you guys can see, I do like to use the blur on my home screen, on my lock screen. This is what I have on the lock screen. That's the same wallpaper, just blurred though for my home screen, and it looks like that. I really like the look of it, very colorful, very clean. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Those are some of my favorite wallpaper applications that I use when I want to freshen things up on my devices. So let me know what you guys think about these applications. Which one is your favorite, or do you have another favorite application or favorite source for wallpapers? Let me know down in a comment below. So if you guys enjoyed the video, I would appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up. And of course, make sure you do subscribe so you don't miss my next video on iOS. But anyways, guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.